Hi everyone, I'm April and you're watching The Tangled Cat Speaks. So, good news. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me just go ahead and reintroduce myself again. Like I said, my name is April. I am here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. I am a knitter and a crocheter, and I like to read a lot. Lately, it's been a lot of audiobooks. But I don't have a lot to show you this month. So, if you've been following me, thank you, by the way. And if you're new, welcome. But I do have a little bit of a backstory if you don't know. Since December, I have been working on a shawl that is color work, knit flat. It's a rectangle wrap. It's called the Oceania shawl. And I was supposed to be done for Christmas, didn't get done, but I did get it done for my son's birthday, which just passed. So even though I did get it done, I don't have it because I gave it to my son, but I will. I'm probably shaking the table, sorry. But I will put up some pictures here, or at least one, we'll see, of what it looks like. He loves it. He's super happy, and boy, do I have some weight lifted off my shoulders. I feel much less anxiety and pressure. And it's not that my son did any kind of pressuring me or making me feel like bad for having taken so long. It was totally pressure put upon myself. And now that it's gone, I feel so good. I'm happy. I'm ready to start knitting on other things. And most of that is things that I've already started. So I'm not going to talk about everything that I'm working on because I'm still trying to figure out. I think I mentioned a while back that I like to do all my knitting projects in like a, what am I trying to say? Like a schedule. So for a whole week, I have 7 different projects that I'm working on. Each project is allotted a certain day of the week. And I don't want to talk about 7 different projects. So right now I'm just going to talk about the one that I happen to be working on today. Because I don't think any of these are going to actually get done within the month of April. I might get a couple done, but we'll see. But for right now, whoa, I'm dropping a stitch. So right now I'm going to talk about one that I actually have this stuff right in front of me. And sorry about my hair, no makeup. I got out of the shower a little bit ago, and then I sat around with my hair just wild out of the shower, and I hadn't put any product or anything in it. And I have very coarse, kind of curly, thick hair. And if I don't put something on it right away, it just kind of freaks out. So, I mean, you could see all these little ones that I couldn't, right here, like I couldn't tame down. So sorry. But I think I was able to put enough leave-in conditioner to tame it a little bit. I am trying to grow it out, so we'll see how that goes. It's always so awkward when you have your hair real short and then you're trying to grow it out, and you have that weird in-between phase, and I'm dreading it, but I'm ready for it. So a while back, and I'll put a picture here, I was working on some minis from Breaking Yarn. McKaylee does yarn colors inspired by the TV show Breaking Bad, since she is from Albuquerque, which is where that was filmed. And I had a bunch of minis of many of her colorways. I'm working with most of her solids. And I started a rectangle shape, and I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a shawl, or when I got to a certain size, I was like, well, maybe I could make it into like a boat neck top. Neither of those worked out. So today what I did is I spent the afternoon frogging. And I don't feel bad about it. I really wasn't feeling it because I decided that I didn't have enough for either the shawl. It wasn't going to be long enough, or to knit 2 pieces a front and a back for a boat neck top that I was going to seam, up under here. It just wasn't going to have enough, and I was starting to add other colors, and it was just starting to be like not what I was envisioning, because I was starting to add a solid brown and this and that and the other thing, and it was just starting to feel very far from what I was envisioning. So I ripped it all back, and I am now going to be putting those same colors into the parallelogram stole. And I will put the name and the designer's name up here. It works really well with minis. I think it's fingering weight, and it calls for 24 10-gram minis or leftovers or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I decided that's what I'm going to do. And it also calls for a 100-gram main color scheme. So I'm trying to get all the colors out of my bag because I kind of just threw them in there. Actually, I don't have all of them, but I think I put up a picture. If I haven't already, there's a picture of what I was working on. I might have taken that down. I might have deleted that. I don't know. But some of these, I'm going to be supplementing other colors in this because it calls for the 24 colors. I'm going to actually be using 14 colors. So it's going to be 10 20-gram minis and then 4 10 grams. Right? 10 of the 20s and 4 of the 10s. Anyway, but I am supplementing because I think I only had 9 colors from breaking yarn. Where is the other one? And I don't remember the names of the yarns, but I will put the color names up on the screen. So my solid color is going to be this, and sorry about my lighting, but this is just a really pale tan. It's not cream color, it's definitely a tan color, and it's got all of these really light speckles throughout it. And actually I think the colorway name is called Sidewalk Chalk, I believe, but I don't remember the name. I know it's from Etsy, but I don't remember the name, so I'll put that up here. So that's going to be my main color. And ooh, I just got dinner delivered. Hold on one second. All right, I got my dinner. So anyway, let's start with the breaking yarn colors. This is Hazmat Suit, very bright yellow. And this turquoise color is Crystal Meth. It's actually a little more teal than it is electric blue. This is Bleeding Out. I'm sorry, my light is making everything super bright, but this is a deeper red than it's showing. But Bleeding Out. And then we've got Gray Matter. It's gray. And this is Jane Margolis. Like I said, I'm only using her solids. Let's see, this is Marie Schrader. That's actually a darker purpley purple, not so much fuchsia. And Walter White. And Hank Schrader. And I also have, she's got some new, oh no, I forgot, Lily of the Valley. It's white. And I've also got, I don't have them with me because I haven't wound them yet. A really light baby blue called Skylar White, and a light kind of it's not quite a baby pink, but not quite bubblegum pink either. But that one's called Holly White. I've got those. I'm going to use those. And then some other colors that I'm kind of playing around with for the background, or the other, I'm sorry, background, the other contrasting colors. I've got this peach here, which I think is a Nitpick Stroll. I think this is Dogwood Heather. I don't know if they still make that, but it's just a very pale peach. I've got another green that I'm planning on using, which is a lighter green. This was, I believe, a Pandia's Jewels. I don't remember the name of this, but this is some leftover remnants of something. But this was a Pandia's Jewels. And then I want to use, this is another Pandia's Jewels, which is a purple, like a lavendery color. And let's see, is that all of them? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, I'm missing. Oh, the pink and the blue that I don't have, but those are all the colors. And it's really, really fun. I'm super excited to use this parallelogram stole pattern. It's a free pattern. Oh, I'm going to drop everything. A free pattern on Ravelry, so that's good. And I've already got it started. It calls for a crochet provisional cast on, so I did that. And then right now I'm just doing garter in that main color. And it's very, very lightly speckled. Here's part of it. This is part of the skein that I had to rip out. Very lightly speckled, and it's really, really pretty. But so far knitted up, it's kind of hard to see any of the colors, which is fine. I mean, it's basically a neutral. So, and this is, it calls for a US 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter, I believe. My Chow Goose. I don't have the interchangeable Chow Goose. All of mine are fixed. I buy the fixed ones because whenever I have so many sets of different brands of interchangeable needles, and I'm missing something from every one. So I just decided when I started using the Chow Goose that I was just going to buy fixed and buy whatever I needed. I've got several of the same size in different lengths of the fixed needle, and I love them. It's the red lace, but I didn't check gauge or anything, so I'm hoping I have enough of all of these colors. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. And like I said, that now that I have that self-imposed pressure off of me, I feel so much better. I feel happier, and the weather's getting warmer and brighter, and I'm super excited about it. So I feel good. Let's see. The other thing that I did, obviously, were books. And I listened to a lot of audiobooks. Let's see, but I'm only going to talk about a couple of them. So we know that I'm doing the Michael Crichton read along. I just thought of something I was going to tell you. The month of March was the book Timeline, which that one I had read before, and I really liked it however many years ago that I read it when it first came out. And now that I read it again, I still like it, and I think it's still in my top 5 of the Michael Crichton books that I've read. Jurassic Park is still at my number 1. But so Timeline is has to do with time travel, and it's just really fun. I don't want to give a whole lot away, but it is science fiction. It's not fantasy, but I guess it has a few fantasy elements to it. But it's science fiction, and they go back in. It's some are they archaeologists? But they're different. There's people who specialize in several different areas of science and historical, to do with a castle in France, or what used to be, I don't know, back in the, was it medieval times, I think. So somehow they get pulled back in time to go find someone else who they're sent back in time on purpose by the people who created the technology to find someone else who got there by accident. And because they're historians and they know all about this era, that's why they sent them. So it's really fun. It's a really enjoyable book. I had a good time with that. I read the next in the Stephen King Dark Tower series, which was The Wastelands. Now, this is the book that I stopped reading The Dark Tower after I read that, because it was so weird when I first read it 30 years ago. It was just too weird, and I thought, I don't know if I want to continue it. So I never did, until now that we're doing this. You're going to keep seeing that. It just slides off and I pull them back up. But anyway, it's just strange. This is Stephen King, man. Sometimes he is just weird. And this isn't really a scary book, although there might be a few scary parts. It's not generally a scary. I would say it's more fantasy. But this one was just so wild. And I remember it freaked me out in like I don't know what just happened kind of way when I was younger. And now that I read it again, it's still weird, but I understood it more and I really enjoyed it. So I am going to continue with the next book this coming month. I am almost done. I think I've got about a quarter of the book left, which I'm going to finish tonight. The last, or the most recent, in the Carleen O'Connor Irish series. It's a cozy mystery. This one is Murder on an Irish Farm. Now, I am kind of bummed about one thing, is because I think I mentioned the last time I was hoping that I would be able to get it on audio. My library does audiobooks through both Hoopla, through apps called Hoopla and another one called Libby. And they've got both ebooks and audiobooks. And the entire series is on Hoopla on audio and ebook, except for this last book. And I loved the person who narrated all of them. But this last book, they don't have on audio. And I'm not going to buy the book when I've read the whole series and I haven't bought any of the other ones. So I just went ahead and got the ebook, and I've been reading that. And I can still hear kind of her voice in my head, but it's kind of a bummer because I love listening to her voice. But it's a fun book. This one has to do with the main character is getting married, and it gets put on hold because property that she just purchased has a dairy barn, and there's whatever is called a slurry pit. And they find a skeleton in there. So that kind of leads to shenanigans, and it's fun. And it talks a little bit about falconry, which I used to be really, really fascinated with. I still find it very interesting, but falconry is just really cool. But I couldn't imagine holding a big giant bird on your wrist. A little bit scary, a little bit intimidating, but anyway, getting off the point. It's a fun book and I had a good time. Let's see. And I did one other book. This one, I actually had the hard cover that I just kind of found random. It was called Altar of Eden by James Rollins. And that one was, what is it? I guess it's just more kind of maybe it wants to be like soft sci-fi. But the whole first half of it is kind of like a creature horror, because it's they're in Louisiana. There's this trawler that is marooned or shipwrecked, or however they find it. There's no crew. There's blood everywhere, and there's animals being held under, inside, and they could tell that it's smuggling. But when they get a closer look at these animals, they can tell they've been genetically modified. Come to find out, one of the ones that escaped was a tiger. And the way that these animals have been modified has made them revert back to their more primitive form. So this is a saber-tooth, not a tiger, a saber-tooth panther. It's huge. So the first whole part of this book is like a creature horror kind of, which is cool. I really liked that. And then it kind of shifted more to the science-y part of it and how and why this happened. It was really fun, and I actually breezed through that book. So I might find other things by James Rollins, because I really enjoyed that. In between some of the other longer, bigger books that I've been reading and series that I'm in the middle of, it's kind of nice to have like a palate cleanser. I am still in the middle of some of those other series, but I'm not going to talk about those right now because there's a few of them. We'll go over some of those next time maybe, because I'll still be reading those series because it's long term. But that is pretty much my update. It's a little bit, actually, it's a lot a bit shorter this time. And I feel like it was kind of rambly, but now that my food has been delivered, I really want to eat. I'm hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Oh, one other thing. Just kind of a random tidbit of joy for me and a lot of people, and maybe for you. If you don't know by now, I don't know how you wouldn't if you've been watching me, but I love music by Avi Kaplan. And he is right now currently doing his first tour since all of the lockdowns and whatnot in Europe, but he's doing a US tour after that. So I am planning to go see him in Denver in June, and I am so excited. I can't wait. He just put out several new songs, so check those out. Right now, I think actually both of these new ones off this latest album are just beautiful. One of the songs is called All Is Well, which he does a duet with a woman named Joy Williams. That's so pretty, so beautiful. And then the other one is called, it just went out of my head. I Can't Lie. And this is different because he's mostly kind of Americana, folky, almost country, and a little bit of everything. I think he falls into a category called Americana. But this last song, I Can't Lie, almost has a 70s poppy feel to it. I don't think they called music pop back then, did they? In the 70s, early 80s maybe. But it's just so fun, and it just makes you want to move, and it just makes me so happy. So I'm super excited to go see him in Denver. That's the closest that he'll beat him. It's either there or Arizona, and I don't want to be in Arizona in June. It's hot. Anyway, so I'm super excited. Yay, Avi Kaplan. So happy. But that's about all I've got right now. I'm going to go have my dinner and probably go watch, what am I watching right now? I just finished watching all of Loki on Disney and all of WandaVision. I wasn't going to watch those, but I really want to watch Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac. So I thought I'd break down and catch up on some of those things. So now I got to watch, I haven't seen Black Widow, and I haven't seen The Eternals. So I'm going to watch those now while I eat dinner. And I'm super excited. And sometime during this month, I'm going to watch Moon Knight. Very excited. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me for this short little visit. And I hope you have a wonderful month. And I will see you all next time. Bye. So I just realized that earlier I was talking about the Michael Crichton read along that I'm in, and that I was going to tell you something funny. And I realized that I didn't say it. So I'm going to tell you. The book for this upcoming month, April, is called Pray. And I just thought it was super hilarious. But a guy that's in the read along, it's on a Discord that I've mentioned before. It's Mike's book reviews that I found here on YouTube, but he's got his own read along. He's got his own Discord, and within his Discord is this Michael Crichton read along. And one of the people on the read along decided that he was going to be funny. So he put April, in the group chat, he put April is Pray, because that's the name of the book, but he put April is Pray, and then he deliberately tagged me in it, which tells me, you know, he's making fun of my name. It isn't even April 1st yet. It's still March 31st right now, and I'm already getting the name jokes. So thank you, sir. It sounds like I'm upset, but I'm not upset. I've had my name joked about my entire life, and I'm fine with it. I just thought that one was kind of clever, because usually it's, you know, April is a fool or whatever. So this one was kind of clever because, and I didn't even notice that April is Pray. It is the book, whatever. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought I'd share that with you. It's probably more more funny in my head than it is actually, but yeah, that's that. So anyways, we'll see you next time. Bye.